Okay, so last week you guys saw me convert the British military field pack, or gas mask pouch, whatever you want to call it, from a haversack, which is what it's supposed to be carried as, to a little backpack that you can use on day trips and stuff. But I've done like a dozen of these things. Some worked pretty good on the bench, some worked pretty good when you put them on, but the proof is you gotta carry it. The best pack that you can make on the bench is not worth a damn if you can't carry the damn thing for a few miles or more than that. So what are we gonna do today? We're gonna put on the little pack that I made, and I'm gonna put about 10 pounds of stuff that I would normally carry in it, and I'm gonna ruck it around the block in my neighborhood. It's about 15-minute walk around the block, and it's pretty hot. And if you can carry that sucker for 15 minutes, you can carry it for 15 miles. So I'm gonna go change my shirt because it's pretty damn hot outside because I'm gonna get sweaty, and I'm gonna put this pack on and we're gonna ruck it around the neighborhood. So let's go. All right, we got our pack on, and now we're gonna ruck it. And when I get back, I'm gonna do a loadout for you to show you just exactly what I got in. So let's go. All right, we are a few hundred yards down the road. It's actually cooler out here than it is in my garage. It was only 92 in the garage, but the chest straps seem to be working out good. And what I did is I used the paracord chest strap. A couple of viewers said, "You idiot, why don't you use the leg strap that they gave you as the chest strap?" So I said, "That's brilliant." I tried it, and it didn't really work too good. It slid around. It didn't stay in one position. So I decided to use paracord for our rucking experience. So now we're on, and I'm rucking it, and it's got just about exactly 10 pounds in the pack, including water. And it seems to be working pretty good. The straps aren't digging into my shoulders or anything. It is riding a little lower on my back than it was when it was empty. So that's not a big deal. I can go at a pretty good pace. And I'm gonna ruck it around. And then I'm gonna go back and load it out, and we'll see what's going on. You guys, it is so hot out here. Man, there's hardly any breeze. It's about 10 minutes to 11 in the morning. It's probably the worst possible time that I could do this, but if I can make it in this weather, at this rate, I can make it anywhere. This thing is feeling pretty good. I don't really have any problem with this thing at all. This is one of the best ones that I've done. I really, really like it. So I'm about 5 minutes away from the workbench. So let's go and get this thing taken off. And let me show you what I got in there for a small day trip. Jeez. All right, we're back from our 15-minute ruck. It's pretty hot out there, and it's still 92 on the workbench. Couple things that I noticed is the paracord chest strap worked really, really good. What it did is it allowed the backpack to slump down just a little bit, and then the bottom of it hits me in the small of my back. But that's pretty cool because, like, if this was my back and this was the pack, it just went like this a little bit, and it created a little bit of airspace between the top of the pack and my back, which is totally awesome. It worked great. So let's go down and I'll show you exactly what I had packed in it to get to 10 pounds. Phew. All right, this worked pretty darn good. And first thing is, I used the basic side pouches, and I'm going to change these to a couple of Molly water bottle pouches because they work a little bit better. I think these barely hold these water bottles, and these are 700 milliliter aluminum bottles. You can't boil water in them or nothing, but they work really, really well for carrying water. There's both of these together, so I got almost 1.5 liters of water. So there we go. There's 1.5 liters. Now, in the backpack, we got bandana. You're going to need that for wiping the sweat off your face. I got a piece of fat wood, which is always good to start a fire because I always carry a knife on my belt kit and stuff. We got a bunch of paracord. There's 2. There's 4. There's a ridge line with my pre-made toggles in it. These things work great. Okay, so there's that. We got our little standard food bag with some instant grits, and no self-respecting Southerner would make instant grits, but I'm making instant grits. We got coffee, we got tea, you could throw some honey in there and stuff like that and make honey grits. That's what I got in there. I got my $1.25 tree cutlery set, which is always with me. Let me see what else I got in there. Oh, I got Old Faithful, the whole canteen cup with a couple of containers of alcohol fuel. I got my wire hangers that I showed you on the last video, and I got the small canteen cup stove also, and I got a lighter, which is what you're going to need. So that helps to make fire. Then I got a little 5x7 tarp, which is a tent underlayment. This is really well, and it's black, so you know you can make it a an overhead tarp, or you can use it as a ground sheet. And last but not least, we've got the USGI military issue poncho. I'm going to use this on the ground and this overhead for a shade cover. Let's go up and talk about what we learned today. Okay, we rucked it for 15 minutes, and it actually felt pretty good. I could carry that 3-4 miles easily, or farther than that, without really hurting my shoulders or anything. And I got 10 pounds of stuff in there. 2 bottles of water in the summertime may be pushing it. You may or probably will need more than that, but you carry a little bit of food along with you. You carry something to cook with, Old Faithful with the canteen cup stove. You carry some cordage. You carry a ground sheet that you can sit on in case it's wet, and you carry something to get you in the shade and out of the rain, which is the USGI military poncho. That's just about all that'll fit in that small bag. But for a day trip or for a couple hours, you could stay overnight if you absolutely had to. It wouldn't be a very comfortable night, but you could do it. So that's an example. You guys know that I don't do loadouts because my gear is so much different than what your gear would be if you're in a northern state. But that's just an example of what my small British field pack, gas mask pack, whatever you want to call it, to convert it from a haversack to a backpack, how it actually works as a backpack. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Please comment on what you would carry or any suggestions to add or subtract from my inventory. So, with that being said, this is Matt, the old Florida boy, and it's 93 degrees now in the garage. And hopefully I will see you on the trail when it gets cooler.